So today what we want to talk about is shrinkflation and huge price increases coming. Now, the problem that large corporations and the government has is the fact that shrinkflation won't work anymore. The large corporations can't hide the reduction in size and quality of the materials they're selling, and the rate of inflation at the wholesale and the materials level is greater than shrinkflation can handle. So all these entities, these large corporations, the big box stores, governments, small business, big business, they're all going to be forced to have massive price increases. So what's going to happen is you're going to continue to have shrinkflation, but since the rate of decrease in the amount of product doesn't meet inflation, you're going to have massive price increases in addition to it. So today what we'll do is look at a few examples of shrinkflation from a recent shopping trip and a comparison of today and 10 years ago. So when I was at the dollar store, I bought this box of Honey Made graham crackers. When I was young, the box actually was filled up with crackers, and you can see all the extra room here. And what you'll notice is this space right here is equal to 3 graham crackers, and since there's 3 packages in here, now we're being shorted 9 graham crackers. But in addition to that, the width of the graham cracker is also less than what it used to be. Graham crackers used to be a lot wider than this. So when you're taking a look at this, this is a name brand product, and you can see that shrinkflation has removed 9 graham crackers from this package. Now, this is one of the dollar store brand crackers. Let's take a look at it. Now you see here, look how far below the top of the box these graham crackers are, and also look at how much room is left beside there. So you can see here this box is nowhere near full, and you can see at one time or another over the years they've reduced the amount of content of this product. Now the most interesting shrinkflation I want to show you is Men's and Women's Health magazine. Nobody seems to look at the publications industry, the news media, print material, and magazines, but they are a great indicator of shrinkflation and political change. So this is a recent issue of Men's Health that I got in the mail. You see how thin that is? And the fact is, if you look right here, you'll see that there is only 88 pages in this issue. Okay. Now, this Women's Health magazine was from back in 2009. And when you look at them, you can see how much thicker this Women's Health magazine is from the current Men's Health magazine. So a little bit over 10 years, 12 years of change has really cut down on the amount of content. So when we look at this, you can see right here we got 158 pages in this Women's Health magazine. So in that time, you can see we've had a reduction in roughly 70 pages per issue of this magazine. Women's Health and Men's Health magazines have always been comparable on the amount of pages and the type of content. One thing I find really interesting is back in 2009, there was a lot of information about dating, marriage, the opposite sex, and also there was a lot of columns where they responded to questions from the readers. So in this magazine, there's probably 4 or 5 columns. So on roughly a monthly basis back in 2009, you'd have 5 to 6 advice columns in Men and Women's Health. Today on Men's Health, they've gotten rid of almost all of the columns that answered comments and questions from readers. The other thing I've noticed is these magazines have cut down greatly on health topics, food topics that are related to the title of these magazines, but they have found a lot of room for inclusion of political topics, woke subjects, and SJW articles. So it's kind of interesting to me, if you think about it that way, the reduction in health information is much greater than the reduction in pages would emphasize, because you have a whole lot of content that's not actually related to the magazine. So looking in your area and in what you buy, you can probably find some similar things to these items to show you shrinkflation. But what you got to remember is, now that we're in a hyperinflationary environment, shrinkflation will not be enough to save the corporations. So you can expect massive price increases. So please rate, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and we'll see you on the next video.